Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of our book talk series. So this month is January and we're going to be starting off with the 5 a.m. Club. So this year is 2025 and I actually have a very special series planned for you all this year. So every single month we will be reviewing a new book together. I'll be giving you a summary, my rating, and the lessons that I learned each month from a different book. So let's start off the January with the 5 a.m. Club. So let's start off with a quick summary of the 5 a.m. Club because you probably have no idea what this book is even about. So this book is about these two main characters who meet this eccentric billionaire who takes them on the journey of a lifetime. It's a super fun book with a fun storyline, but they also teach you lots of important lessons along the way, like how to join the 5 a.m. Club and why the things in the 5 a.m. Club are so important to achieve success. Moving on to the second portion of our book talk. So what are the lessons that I've learned from this book? So number 1 is that time is your greatest asset. The 5 a.m. Club encourages you to wake up 1 hour before everyone else is up, which is for some people at 5 a.m. And you use this 1 hour to really elevate your life and get everything done and be super productive. So this really teaches us that even if we're not waking up at 5 a.m., we can still use our time super wisely, just like this book teaches us to do. In the book, he actually teaches us about this formula called the 20-20-20 formula, and it teaches you how you're supposed to split your hour into these 20-20 chunks and how this is going to be super important to helping you achieve top-notch productivity. So the 20-20 formula is as follows. So the first thing he recommends you to do is exercise, because this is what is going to boost your dopamine production for the whole day. So he recommends that you exercise every morning for about 20 minutes to make sure your body is moving and you're feeling good. And secondly, he encourages you to learn something new, just read a new book or do some learning on things you want to do or anything that's going to make your mind work. And then lastly, it's a self-reflection time, which is super important because we really need to think about what we've done as a person and how we can do better. And I think this is one of the critical parts to be able to achieve success. Obviously, you won't be able to get any of this done unless you have a strong routine. So my second lesson that I learned is how building a strong routine will lead to lasting change. In the book, the main characters are quite confused about how these things are actually going to play out in their lives. But they find that if they continue to stick to it and actually have a strong routine, they'll be able to have lasting changes. So that means actually making a change in your lifestyle. Instead of just saying, oh, I'll read this and follow it, you actually work hard and push yourself to make that change in your lifestyle so you can live a better life. And moving on to the third lesson, growth requires discipline. If you want to be able to grow in yourself as a person, you need to be able to discipline yourself. For example, if you want to start eating healthier, if you don't discipline yourself to stop eating all the sugary snacks, you won't be able to get there. So this is why from this book I've learned that growth really does require discipline, because if you want to grow to be a better person in the morning, you really have to discipline yourself to wake up at the correct time and actually put yourself into the 20-20-20 formula. So these are the 3 lessons that were super important to me when I read this book. And if you guys have read this book and learned some other lessons, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Moving on to my rating. What did I truly think of this book? To be completely honest, I would give this book a 3.5 out of 5-star rating. So I have a few reasons for this. First of all, I really liked the book, but personally for me, I thought that the plot was a little bit boring and dry and it didn't move very quickly. But obviously this is not what a lot of people are looking for, but that's just how I felt personally. And I also thought that the book was quite repetitive because they repeated a lot of the same theories or super similar theories over and over again, and it definitely made this book a little bit of a drier read. But I definitely think that if you're really looking to elevate your lifestyle, this book is a great idea. But personally for me, as just a casual read, it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. But I still think that I learned so much from this book. and it really helps me grow as a person. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of our book talk series, and I'll see you in the next month for the next episode. If you have any books you want me to review, make sure to also leave that in the comments below, and I'll see you next month in February for our next book. Bye!